Hello, everybody. Oh god, I'm just barely out of frame here. Alright, hello. Oh, looks like we got a bunch of people in here. Oh my goodness. Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing today? Y'all seem to be surprised that I'm streaming so early. Oh, hey, Surf. You gonna come say hi to everybody real quick? Come here. Psst, 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 psst. Come here. There's your good boy. He's been getting used to coming on camera a bit more lately. Here he is. Say hi to everybody. Yeah, you sleepy boy. Did you just get up from your nap? Because you heard me talking? Yeah. Alright. It looks like also that Desolator said hi. Hello, Skilled Reaper. Hello, Rebecca. Hello, Cindy. Hello, Zoo. I see all of you in here. Glad to have you guys all coming in, hanging out. Yeah, my dog's name is Surfer. Okay, so the first thing that I wanted to do, yes, the game is Java version. I play Java edition for Minecraft. So the first thing is, you guys might notice in the title that I have an update for the channel. It's just basically, I was contacted today by Lettuce, and he notified me. I knew that this was going to happen, and I talked about it before. Basically, he notified me that for the next 3 weeks, he will not be able to do the podcast. He's having a huge life-changing situation going on for him. He is moving into his new home, and that's going to be a whole 3-week ordeal for him. So until those 3 weeks pass, he's going to be very busy with getting himself settled in his new home. So that means that the podcast will be on delay. So the Imaginary Boys will be on a temporary leave for about 3 weeks, okay? That's basically the major announcement that I had to make. I just needed to make sure that people know. Okay, Cinder, I will maybe hear from you later. But that was the major announcement. There's not much of anything else going on. If you guys are wondering why that there is not going to be a podcast of the Imaginary Boys for 3 weeks, that is why. He's a very busy man. He needs those 3 weeks to get his stuff all figured out, and so the Imaginary Boys will be on a 3-week hiatus, okay? So just want to give you guys a heads up, because I know some of you are really into it. Some of you guys I know are diehard Imaginary Boys fans, and I really appreciate that. And Lettuce has even told me that there have been a couple of times where people have been like, hey, like, when are the Imaginary Boys coming back? So we just wanted to let you guys know that that's what's going on right now. But I will be doing, other kinds of content, Minecraft streams, Phasmophobia streams, maybe some other gaming stuff. We'll see what's going on. So that's what I wanted to let you guys know. So now I'm going to bring you guys over so that we can do some Minecraft. So let me go ahead and bring you guys into the Minecraft world. Oh, all right. I'll see you later, Cindy. You take it easy, buddy. Gotta take care of the moves, so Scorpio guys. Yeah, he's a busy guy. He's a busy guy. So we're gonna be getting back into some Minecraft. I got Surfer over here. He's cuddled up on my leg. He's still hanging out. But I'm about to put the keyboard on my lap, and that might freak him out a little bit. He might be like, oh, I don't know if I want to do this. You want to do this, buddy? He's over here looking at me, giving me puppy dog eyes. Hi, Patrick. Good to see you. Glad to have you in here. I've been seeing you a bunch on Twitter lately. I really appreciate that. Follow me on Twitter, guys. I have my my Twitter information down in the description below. So if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, I would greatly appreciate that. Reaper, this is a private server that is only for primarily content creators like myself, as well as it is a private server for the server owner's friends and family. So the guy who owns this server that we're going to be playing on, he only allows his friends and family and content creators play on it. So I can't invite you in. I'm sorry about that. But let's go ahead and jump in here. Alright. So I thought it would be kind of fun. This is not where I'm located. Okay, this is where I'm located. I thought it would be fun to give you guys a tutorial of my new base, because I haven't really done that. You guys have kind of... If you guys were in the previous Minecraft stream that I did, then... If you guys were in the previous Minecraft stream that I did, you guys might have vaguely, like, just briefly seen my new base. But I didn't really actually get to show it off and give you guys a full tour, because I figured I would do that in another stream. So that's what this stream's going to be today, is I'm going to get... This is not my main base. This is my old base, by the way. So... hey, Lettuce, I've already done the announcement to let everybody know. It's okay. Hey, G-Gamer, good to see you. Good to see you. All your base are belong to us. It's my base. It is mine. Yeah, Lettuce is, getting, well, I'm not sure if he's already tied the knot already or not, but, he may or may not be getting the knot tied. And then he's going to be moving in with his special little lady. Alright, so this is the new base down over here. So I might have kind of shown it off to you guys a little bit before. This is my big, gigantic castle. It's not done yet. I know it looks impressive. It looks pretty badass. It's still not finished. This castle is... ginormous. I've literally been working on it for so goddamn long, and it's still not complete. But it's almost done. It's almost there. So, oh, you're getting married on the 31st. Very cool, Lettuce. Gonna have a Halloween wedding, huh, buddy? All right. So let me take you guys down into the actual area. So I've got a lot of plans for this area. There's a lot of plans going on here. There's only just a few buildings. I've been trying to focus on the castle, obviously. I want to get that complete before I do anything else. The other buildings I have here are out of necessity. I built them because I needed them. So, like, because I needed them, I built them first, and then I started building the castle. Jesus, dude, that is also... If you guys are talking about the castle, thank you. I'm glad you guys appreciate it. I've worked very, very hard on it. So first of all, the first thing is my map wall. And we're probably going to be working on this today. See, this map up here, like this one up here, is the map that I want to work on. It's not complete yet, so I think I might be doing some exploration with you guys. But my intention was, I originally started filling out these maps, because I wanted to find the new content. So basically when you get past this map right here, and you start heading down, or get past this map and go this way, and that's also true for the other sides as well, you're basically in the new content areas. My eventual goal is to fill out this whole entire map wall. And it was actually cool because the server owner, Vlad, he actually came over to my map wall and he looked at it. He was actually impressed by it. And he was like, this is actually bigger than my dynamic map that I have. he's like, your map is covering more area than the actual dynamic map mod that I have set up. So he was actually impressed by it, and I think he said that he was going to, he's like, if you fill out this whole map wall, I will use it as reference material for my dynamic map mod. So I thought that was really funny. And then this little building here is basically the map room. So I basically kind of... It's nothing big. Literally the whole purpose of it is to store materials for making maps and exploration. So it's a very tiny little house. It's got a little castle tower. It's literally just, like, you'll notice there's, like, tons of sugarcane in here for making paper, specifically for making maps. And these are spare maps that I have collected for going out and mapping the world, pretty much. It's all good, Lettuce. We all understand. Like, that's why I did the announcement, to let everybody know what's going on. This is a copy of the map of the main base area. That's where we're located up there, and then this is a fully filled out map of where the main base is, basically. So yeah, that's the map room. Like I said, I literally built this because I started exploring everything and really needed this here, so that's the purpose of that. Now if we come down here, so basically I have a bunch of big plans going on here that I'm not going to fully explain yet. Down here is kind of like the Undercroft area. I'm going to be, like, I have a mine over here. That's my mine over there. And then I'm going to fill this whole area up with, like, buildings, and it's going to be kind of like a mining, crafting, underground district, kind of. Sort of, kind of, I guess. Spawns better in sand. Yeah, I found that out recently, too. I was kind of surprised by that. Sugarcane growing faster in sand, it's true. So this area over here it's two different important areas. So, this is basically a automatic basalt generator, which, if you guys can't tell, I built that out of necessity because the majority of my castle is built out of basalt. So I needed, what was it? I needed like 50 stacks of basalt to build this thing, and I still need basalt. Like, I've actually had to harvest more basalt after the original 50 stacks, because I've been using... So I used basalt for the build of the castle, which required 50 stacks of basalt. And then I started doing the interior, and that still requires more basalt. So I have been harvesting the most obscene amount of basalt I've ever harvested. So I have a mini basalt generator. This is kind of just for, like, basically you just kind of, you get the basalt, and then it makes more basalt. That's it. Like, it's lava on soul soil hitting blue ice, which makes basalt. But then I have this puppy right here, which is a redstone automatic basalt generator. This thing is badass. This is another thing where our server owner Vlad came in and he saw this thing and he was like, I have never seen an automatic basalt generator before. He's like, this is actually a cool machine that you've built. So flip that switch and it starts just pushing out basalt. And it just continuously goes until you stop it, pretty much. So this thing's pretty awesome. I've used it a ton because I've needed 50 stacks of basalt. And then I have a auto smelter. So it has the mineral smelter, like the metal smelter, and then it has the regular smelter. This is what I've been using to smelt the basalt into smooth basalt. Which has been extremely important. And then it has this cool oven design, which I got from, like, a tutorial a long time ago, and I love it because I think it looks cool, so I keep building these little ovens all over the place for, like, auto smelters and stuff. Hey, what's up, Ashed? Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. And then this room over here is a giant refrigerator. So this is where I hide all of my snow and ice and things like that. So whenever I'm, like, harvesting snow, because I've had to dig out so much snow from this area, so I store all the snow and ice in this little area. So that's basically another one of the essential buildings that I needed, that I built. Essential building number 3, which is, hold on, I want to eat some food. How many 1,000 blocks have you used so far? I don't actually know, Scorp. I don't really know. But I've used a lot of basalt, that is for sure. So this is obviously the nether portal. I needed this because I needed to be attached to the nether hub, which the server owner controls. And so I was basically the only person that didn't have, like, a nether portal set up in the hub. So I basically kind of built this tower on the fly to host the nether portal, which is now attached to the hub. And it's all gated off and stuff like that because I don't want, zombie pigs coming out. And also eventually my goal is... My overall vision for this whole project is I'm going to build an entire kingdom. And the whole area is going to be walled off. So I'm going to have gigantic castle walls all around the kingdom. And I'm going to have like a ton of builds in here. And when it's all done, or done to, completed to a level of comfort, I'm going to start putting villagers in. And I'm going to have like a bunch of like trade halls and villagers and just run like a whole city kingdom kind of. So like because of that, I have to like wall off the nether portal so that the villagers don't go in. I'm also going to end up walling off my actual castle as well because I don't want villagers going in there as well. And this building I also built on the fly. I have allays in here. So while exploring for new content, I found a bunch of allays at a pillager outpost. And I brought them back, and let me tell you, guys, allays are such a pain in the ass. They are so annoying to deal with. They have the worst pathfinding I've ever seen. And even after their terrible pathfinding, they're also annoying to keep on leads as well. Like, even just managing them on leads is incredibly obnoxious. I would actually so far declare them as the single most annoying mob to have to, lead around, to take to places. They're so annoying. So I built this special building specifically to hold the allays that I brought back with me. I had 6, and then I gave one of them to Zoo, who's in the chat log. So I have 5 left. And I have a sign here that says, "Allay Garden, please do not let the allays out." And then I have emergency leads in case of allay escape. So if they, for whatever reason, escape from that building, there's leads to get them back in. So I basically built that just to have the allays in there so I don't have to worry about them flying around everywhere. Curry. That sounds good, Rebecca. That sounds tasty. 50 stacks is 3,200 just in Basalt, excluding everything else. Yeah, true. It's a lot. Okay, so I have stuff out here. I'm still building stuff, so I have materials and stuff like that out here. This was put here because this was my palette, my block palette for building the castle. So now I'm actually going to take you guys into the kingdom. So I kind of have a nether theme going on here. I purposely built it so that snow won't collect on the ground. Because snow is annoying and it happens all the time. So I built it. I don't mind the snow on the trees. I'm okay with the snow on the trees. But other than the snow being on the tops of the trees and stuff like that, I have completely snow-proofed my entire castle. It's all snow-proofed. So snow does not collect on anywhere that I don't want it. So the first building is, this is the storage room. And this is probably the most important building in the entire castle. So here it is, the beautiful, beautiful storage building. It is covered in crying obsidian and what is this block called? Glowstone. So it's covered in, and there's glass on top, black glass. So the whole place is pretty lit up. It's pretty nice. Got the crying obsidian floor with the glowstone and the black glass. It's basically got everything I need at easy access. Pretty much all the most common materials are on the bottom floor. Have a bunch of workstations here for convenience. Have some stoves and some random things, crafting tables everywhere. I have an auto composter just in case if you need it for whatever reason. And then this is the underforge for the for the storage room. So basically more things. I have another auto smelter, have a Alchemy Station, all the tool sets. I have a little like garbage can basically to throw things away in. Pretty much all of the things you would need all in one spot, you know, that way it's just very convenient. So I come in here a lot and craft a lot of stuff. Then you come up here, this is the second floor. More storage areas, just more chests. Obviously it's not completely filled out on the top. All the stuff on the bottom is filled out, but not necessarily on the top. Just like convenient stuff all located right here. A little bed that looks like a couch because I love doing that. Got a clock. And yeah, so that's basically the storage room. Definitely have to step up my game. I barely can build a house. That's okay, Squirt. Building is my thing. I'm not very into doing much else in Minecraft. Like, I mean, exploration is fine here and there. And, you know, like, farms are kind of fun. But I pride myself on building. That's what I do in Minecraft. Building is kind of like my thing. So let me take you guys into this area over here, because this has the largest amount of complete decorating and interior design. It's just kind of hallway. It's just a hallway. Looks nice. It's pretty. There's a mini kitchen here, random storage stuff, random tools, a lot of aesthetic builds. It's supposed to be like firewood and stuff like that. Like, it just looks nice. That's the whole purpose of it. Got some, you know, cool aesthetic stuff. Nothing too special. This is the main forge. So even though it's not like the forge in... Like, I use the forge in my storage room more often than anything else. But this is kind of like a decorative forge. It's supposed to look really nice. It's supposed to be like, oh, this is where like all the real forge stuff happens, when in actuality that's not really true. I barely ever use this room. But it looks nice, and it looks like a place where you would do a lot of work. There's supposed to be an anvil here, but I used it recently and broke it. So I haven't put a new anvil here yet, but I will at some point. I just keep forgetting to do it. But there's supposed to be an anvil right there. Blacksmithing table, other tools that would be needed. This is like, it just looks nice. It's a closet with like ore in it, and that's it. Doesn't really serve a purpose. It just looks nice. That's the point of this room. Like, the majority of my castle is to look nice. Like, the storage room that I took you guys into earlier, that's where everything happens. Like, that's where all the work is done. Everything that matters is, like, in there. Everything else just looks nice. Like, you know, just, you're supposed to, like, come in here and be like, ooh, ooh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. Like, you know? So I kind of had, like, this theme going here. I have another auto smelter, which I barely ever use. But it's supposed to look more mechanical. The idea here is that I have, like, a lava forge, and then this, like, setup here down here is supposed to make it look like that these bricks are piped from the lava forge into the automatic smelter. So it's supposed to kind of give you, like, the appearance that the auto forge is powered by lava. You know, it's just supposed to kind of look cool like that. Like, that's the whole idea. It's not, like, that's not actually how it works, but it looks like that's how it works, and I like that, you know? Then eventually I'm supposed to fill this whole area out with armor. I have, like, a random piece of diamond armor right there, I guess. It's whatever. It don't matter. None of this matters. It just looks nice. That's the whole purpose. I mean, I have, like, materials in here. Like, I want to, like, I've been collecting chainmail, and the goal is to eventually make, like, the ultimate set of chainmail armor. And, like, I don't know, wear it every once in a while because I feel like I want to, I guess. I don't know. And then there's random armor in here that I've collected. Some iron stuff in here and some gold stuff in here, I guess. Zeus says I managed to do mob spawner farms for the first time. It was cool. Still trying to find time to actually do builds. That's all good. Mob spawner farms are fun. I've built a couple of them. I actually have a plan to build a mob spawn farm that nobody has built on our server yet that I feel like we really need, or at least I really need it. So I do have on my list of things to do, and I have a big list of things to do on Minecraft. There's a mob spawn farm that I really want to build. Okay, so now I'm going to take you guys upstairs. It's just decoration. I have all the llama heads here. Okay, so this is kind of like a little lobby, I guess. It's just like a little lobby. It just looks nice. That's it. This, however, is a really cool alchemy station that I built that I thought looked really cool. The idea is it's supposed to look like that this is like the alchemy spot, and then whatever you're building is like being piped up into these pipes, and then it transfers into this barrel for mixing, and then I have like this piece of like green glass, and the idea is it's supposed to look like that what you're making is being filtered into the barrel and then pushed into like this, I don't know, alembic, I guess. And I don't know, it's supposed to look like a laboratory, like that's the whole point. And then there's like this barrel over here, like the idea is the concoctions can be either moved into this barrel and then changed in this alembic, I guess. And then, or it can be filtered into like this barrel as a complete potion, and then there's a spigot on it and it pours out, or something like that. That's the whole point. It's just, it just looks cool. Like, that's kind of the whole thing. So it just looks neat. And then there's a little secret spot up here that doesn't really serve much of a purpose. It's supposed to be like a green room. So I got some roses and some ferns, and that's it. That's the whole room. It just looks cool. Doesn't serve a purpose. A lot of my rooms in my castle are like that. They don't really serve a purpose. They just exist because they look cool. Because that's what I do. I'm an aesthetic builder. I'm not like, you know, everything, like I said, everything that matters is in the, like, everything that is genuinely important is located in the storage room, because that's where I spend all my time. So the next room is pretty actually important. So I actually do spend some time in here, because it's in here is the only major tool that is not located in the storage room, and that's just simply because I didn't have room for it in the storage room. So I built this room for this tool. This is the library. So this is the library. And obviously that tool is... Oh, wait, hold on. It's nighttime. Time to sleep. Sleepy sleep. So basically your digital dollhouse, more or less. Like, it's a gigantic castle. Have you seen the size of this goddamn thing? Like, I mean... the number of things that you actually need that are not based on, like, food farms or, like, you know, block farms or mob farms. Like, I can't fit a mob farm in this castle. Like, I can't... I mean, I could probably fit some block farms into the castle. But, I mean, it's... like, it's just to look nice, you know? Like, because I like it. I like having a major base. Like, a lot of my builds are very dollhousey, I guess. Hey, Chris God, what's up, dude? I haven't seen you in forever, man. How you doing? Glad to have you here, buddy boo. I miss you. It's been a long time. This is the library. It has a nice little balcony here. Do you guys like the double arch? Look at that. Doesn't that look cool? I like that. I like the double arch. It looks really nice. It's just a little tiny balcony. Doesn't really do anything. It just looks kind of cool. I have a pig up there. At some point, that pig, like, fell down there, and he hasn't been able to figure out how to get out of there. I think it's because he's surrounded by double block walls. So, like, he jumped off of those double block, like, spots, and he can't, like, go anywhere else. So he's literally been there. This pig has been there for so long. I don't even know how long that pig has been there, but he's been there for an incredibly long time. I think I should name him something. Because he's just trapped there forever. Like, and he doesn't despawn. He just lives there now. So, and I don't want to kill him, like, because I think it's hilarious that he's stuck there forever. So I just let him live there forever. But yeah, that's my little mountain pig who just hangs out there forever. He's just trapped there forever. I have a beautiful fireplace, which I like. And then there's just kind of like bookshelves and countertops, and check this out. So like, this is something I figured out a while ago. If you make looms and then turn them backwards when you place them, they look like empty bookshelves. Have you guys ever noticed that? They look like empty bookshelves. So like, I have like these library bookshelves that you put looms around them, and they look like that they're bookshelves with no books in them. How cool is that, right? So that's something I've been kind of doing with my bookshelves. And then here's my enchanting table, which is, you know, it functions. Like, it functions perfectly fine. I don't really have anything in here, but it's got all the correct amount of bookshelves you need surrounding it. So it functions just fine, and then the rest is just decorative. And then I have this little area because, you know, when you're enchanting, you want access to an anvil and a wet wheel for, you know, enchanting stuff. And then I have, like, a little secret, like, area up here that, so, like, the concept of this is it's supposed to be a secret library of, like, forbidden books or something like that. So, like, my plan was that eventually, I thought I had some, but I guess I don't. I thought I had them in my collection, but I guess I don't have them. But you can find books with, like, the curses, like Curse of Vanishing or Curse of Binding. And, like, those books will just have, like, the curses on them. And I thought it would be really cool to have, like, a forbidden library where, like, I would put all of my cursed books inside here. And they would be like, ooh, books with curses. It's in the forbidden library. Ooh. So that was kind of the concept of this little secret room up here. Is it's supposed to be like the forbidden library. Ooh. So yeah, that's the library. Looks really cool. I'm a big fan. Put a lot of work into this. This room actually took me more time than it should have. Spent a lot of time working on this room. Okay, so I would take you through there, but there's nothing in there. Past these doors is a room that I need to work on. So I have signs in the areas of the palace where I haven't finished to remind me what's supposed to be in the room. So this is going to be a kitchen eventually. That's basically what this whole room is supposed to be. It'll be a giant kitchen. And I don't want to take you in through that room yet because that's in a different area, and I want to take you the long way around. Because why not? That's how I do it. Scorp says, you should look up a series where they work to build an actual castle and what it takes. Like real life castles? Like not like castles in Minecraft. Like you mean like a real castle? That'd be kind of interesting to see. Okay, so that's pretty much this whole building for the most part. So now I'm going to take you into the actual palace. Good to see you too, says Chris. All right, man. Good to see you, man. You love that trick, Sue? Oh, you mean like the looms that look like empty bookshelves? Yeah, I like it. Okay, so this is the main palace. So, oh, well, actually I didn't take you guys in here. This is a quick one. A little tower. It's a little lookout tower, and it is complete. So this is just basically an archery room. It's a lookout tower, so I thought a lookout tower should have, like, arrows and a fletching table, and then you can go up here, and the idea is that you're supposed to be able to craft, like, arrows and bows and stuff like that. Got some sticks in there, some flint in there. And then I have a secret little barrel with, like, some bows, some really powerful bows that I could work on at some point. And 1 arrow of slowness, because I have acquired that at some point. I killed, like, some, what are they called? the skeleton things that are not actually skeletons. I can't remember their name, but they're like ice skeletons. I just can't think of the name of them. Okay, so that's basically that tower. I'm going to now take you guys into the palace. So you can walk in. It's the front door of the actual palace. Okay, so right off the bat, bam, King's Throne. Hell yeah, that's right, King's Throne. I am the king of this palace! I am the master of all that I survey! I am the palace master! Alright. So yes, I built myself a king's throne, because I am the king of this castle, and eventually when I finish building the kingdom, I will be the king of the entire kingdom. So I'm pretty excited about that. And then this is supposed to be like, I don't know, like a sign-in area. Like you would come into the palace and then you would like kind of like it would be like a log of where you're supposed to like write down who you are and like what your business with the king is supposed to be and stuff like that. And then, yeah, you know, it's just kind of that. And then storage, I guess, and then a bed chair, I suppose. It's just kind of whatever. And then a gigantic fireplace, because we need a gigantic fireplace, because fireplaces are amazing. And then a painting. Out here is the, like, I don't know, like, I guess the little balcony. I'll put some stuff out here eventually. I just don't know what to do with it yet. It'll probably just be like, oh, it's like a little sitting area for the king and his subjects and blah, 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 blah. Maybe I'll put out like some like sitting, like outdoor sitting furniture or something. Rebecca says strays. That's what they're called. The skeletons that are icy, the strays. Yeah, I get strays around here sometimes. There's a lot of powdered snow in the area. And like I'll get skeletons that'll spawn. And then they'll fall into the powdered snow and then turn into strays. So I've had like stray attacks every once in a while. So yeah. So eventually I'll figure out what to do with that room. This is the largest tower in the entire castle. It is the biggest tower, taller than any other tower. I have not done anything with it, and I don't really know what to do with it yet. So I've kind of just left it incomplete for now, and I'll work on it eventually. I'll show you guys that area in a little bit. So if you guys come up here, this is kind of supposed to be like a secret little treasury. So it's got an iron door and a button, and then there's a bunch of chests in here. It's just a secret treasury, like, ooh, the king's treasury, you know, next to the king's throne, you know, it's whatever. And then there's a little secret door behind the throne. If you come out here, this is the secret courtyard. So this is like the king's private courtyard. There's like tulips and roses and a nice little bench here, and that is annoying. I'll go ahead and just get rid of that for now. I assume you guys couldn't see that. I'd hope you guys didn't see that. Don't worry about it. It's nothing. So yeah, this is like the secret king's courtyard. It looks very pretty. And there's another one of those really fancy arches, double arches that I built. And then this is kind of like the private courtyard greenhouse. So there's roses up there, tulips. I have a little honeycomb thing that I've got going on there. It just looks nice. Doesn't really serve a purpose. Barrels have seeds. This barrel has flowers, and then wheat and some junk. And then this is supposed to be... Okay, so hear me out. What this is supposed to be is it's supposed to be a water desalinator purification spot. I know that sounds really weird, but for anybody who doesn't know, if you keep plants, you need like desalinated water. So the whole concept behind this, hold on, let me go sleepy. Oh, you like the garden too? Thank you. I like the little private garden too. I worked pretty hard on this as well. So the whole point is that this is like a reusable water source, which I actually needed while I was building throughout the castle. So I put this here for reusable water because I needed it while I was building. And then I was like, oh, well, if I put it in the greenhouse, it'll be like a source of water to be used by the greenhouse. And then I was like, yeah, but when you have like natural water and you're growing plants, you need desalinated water, because otherwise you'll kill your plants. You know, you're not really supposed to like use like normal tap water all the time. So usually you have to buy desalinated water. So I thought, wouldn't it be cool if I built like a fake machine, like that is supposed to look like a water desalinating purification thingamajig, right? So I kind of had the idea that this is a pipe, and then it goes through this, and this is like a filtration thing, and then it produces like desalinated water. So eventually I was going to put like water in bottles and then just fill this up with like little water bottles. And then that was going to be the, oh, it's filled with desalinated water bottles. Ooh, like, it's just, you know, it's whatever. So that's what this is supposed to be. It's supposed to be like a water purification tank. That's the idea. And then, yeah, and it just looks nice. Doesn't really serve a purpose other than to look pretty, because I'm all about things looking pretty, because that's what I do. I'm weird like that. I like pretty things. So now, if you go up here, go through these doors, this is another tower that, well, obviously that has a ceiling here, but the tower does go up further and serves no purpose at the moment. This is supposed to be like a little private kitchen. So the main kitchen is going to be that area that I showed you guys before. And it's going to have, like, it's going to be a big fancy kitchen with all sorts of stuff going on in it. This is, like, a minor, like, serving kitchen. So, like, when you're out here in the throne room, and, you know, the king sits on the throne, and then he's got, like, guests who are, you know, listening to the king or whatever, you might want to have, like, a little, you know, mini kitchen for serving your guests, you know? So that's what this is supposed to be. So, and it's right next to the fireplace, so I have the idea that, like, oh, like, you could cook things in the fireplace, or you can cook things over here on the stove, and you have a little sink and a cutting table and blah, 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 you know? So it's supposed to be like a tiny little kitchen for serving the throne room guests or whatever. Hey, Storyman Jack, good to have you here. Thanks for being here. Oh, thank you for subbing. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for the sub. If you haven't already, like, comment, and subscribe! Ah, do the things. Okay. Back for a few more minutes. Your water has been stolen. That's not good, Cinder. So you come up here. I have not decorated this area much. I have these logs here for the fireplace, but this area is going to be decorated more. I haven't done enough with it yet. It will be fancier at some point. And then this is the actual full tower. So it has not been decorated yet. It will be eventually. I just don't know. Like, the towers are kind of like a mystery to me. I don't really 100% know what I'm going to do with all the towers. I have, like, I mean, you saw, like, the alchemy tower with the garden on top, and then you saw the smithing tower with, like, the armor and, like, the anvil and the wet wheel, and then the secret library at the top. So those ones are filled out, but I have 3 towers, one of them being the tallest tower, and I don't really know what to do with them yet. That's something that I'll have to figure out at some point, but no idea. So then you'll notice that there's this room right here, and it's fancy. This is the king's, my personal bedroom. So this is like my main bedroom, where I sleep, even though I barely spend any time in here because I'm pretty much always in the storage room. But this is like my personal bedroom. That's the whole concept. So I have like my own little lookout balcony here with the fancy, once again, another double arch, because the double arches are super pretty. I like them a lot. But yeah, this is like, oh, I am the king, and I can look down amongst my subjects down at my beautiful water fountain. So yeah. So this is like the main bedroom. It has like a little personal bar. So there's the bar. This is like a mini workstation. I might get rid of it. I might keep it this way. I don't really know yet. Then there's another fireplace, where I can lounge around the fireplace. I have a little closet here. Oops. Get that back up. And the closet has a little bookshelf / drawer, which is also a loom. and then a barrel for storing things, and then like a little armor stand, which I don't really know what to do with yet, so that's like a closet. I have another grandfather clock, which I really like having. And then I have like this is supposed to be like a tiny little desk, like a study, I guess, like a tiny desk. You know, it's a desk. Doesn't really, I mean, it has a map table there if you needed like a cartography table. Random chest, doesn't have anything in it, just looks nice. And then this is the master bed. Look at this fancy ass shit I built here. Look at this. Have you ever seen such a more beautiful, like, master bed? Look at this. I had to use so much wool to make this goddamn thing. Like, you go out and you make 8 goddamn banners that only serve the purpose of making something pretty, okay? It took a buttload of wool, okay? That's like 6 per banner. And that's like, it's so much wool. There's so much wool. But yeah, this is the master bed, and it looks goddamn beautiful, and I love it. And then up here is not complete. So basically, I've now basically shown you everything that I've completed. So basically everything else is not done yet. So I have like this area up here, which I was planning to do next. So this area is supposed to be like a study, which is why I wrote that on the sign. So this is probably going to have like bookshelves and desks and papers and things like that. It's supposed to be like a little study. This over here is supposed to be a dining room. So like this is where I would come up and like, you know, if you were invited into like the, you know, the king's personal quarters, this would be like the dining area. So I'm going to put like a big old table and some knickknacks here and there to make it look really fancy. I'm debating whether or not I want to put another like fireplace right here, because it would be located right here if I did it. I might not, though. I might just instead build like a chimney. Like a chimney with like 2, like, I don't know, like things up here, I guess, I suppose. So that way it would be vented out towards the top. I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to do it. Like I said, like, a lot of this stuff I just kind of come up with on the spot and not really, I don't know. I don't really know what I'm doing at any particular given time. A lot of it just kind of comes up and I just kind of conceive it on the spot, you know? So then, this is that other tower. This is the 3rd tower that I don't know what to do with yet. I was thinking about turning this into like a giant closet. I don't know. Like, I have no idea. And then, as you can see, when you go through these doors, we've now looped back to the main kitchen, which is kind of how I can have that dining room up there, because the kitchen, the main, you know, kingly kitchen is right here, and then it gets over, and then food served, and then all that stuff. This is another balcony. That's it. It's just a balcony. Serves no other purpose. There you go. All right. So that's pretty much the full tour. Pretty much, I guess. I mean, yeah. That's about it for the tour. So you guys have now... That took me like, holy crap, that almost took me an hour to explain to you guys. Turn the towers into guest rooms or tower dungeons. That's not a bad idea. Cinder has a lot of copper. That's kind of cool. Cinder's complimenting me on my builds. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I guess I could maybe turn them, like, maybe I'll give one, like, a dungeon theme or something. Like, maybe, like, the really tall tower I'll turn into, like, a small dungeon or something. But these towers, because they're kind of connected to, like, the main, like, you know, king's bedroom, I don't think I want to turn them into dungeons. So maybe they'll be, like, guest rooms or something. That might be a good idea. That's the sniper post. It's possible. Toilets everywhere. Shut up, man. I'll come over and I'll build a gigantic bathroom in your castle, Cinder Shadow, if you're not too careful. I'll build you the biggest goddamn bathroom you've ever seen. Just fill it full of clocks so you can shit all over the clocks. Alright, so that's the castle. I have done my job. I've shown you guys my beautiful, beautiful castle, which is incomplete. I'll probably do, like, once I finish, like, the other areas, I will probably do another tour. Have chains hanging everywhere with skulls and redstone dust for super creepy vibe. I cannot find any skulls anywhere. It's like, I swear to God, I think that, like, skeleton masks are, like, one of the rarest items in the game. Like, I legit think that. I can't find them anywhere. Like, and the thing is because, like, I have, like, a really good sword. The Big Bad Boofer, which has looting 3. I get, like, masks, like, I get, like, heads from almost every mob that I kill with this goddamn thing. And for the life of me, I've probably killed, like, 1 billion skeletons. No skeleton skulls anywhere. Like, none anywhere. It's ridiculous. I'm totally convinced that it's, like, one of the rarest items in the game. Like, absolutely. I have no idea. It's crazy as hell to me. You need a charged creeper to explode their... Is that how you get them? That's so difficult to do. Because first you have to find a charged creeper. Which is, like... Charged creepers on their own are crazy, stupid rare. So not only do you have to find a charged creeper, but you also have to lead it to a skeleton and then have it blow up the skeleton to drop a head. That is so ludicrous. So ludicrous. Yeah, I was thinking about maybe trying to acquire a trident at some point, but I've never owned a trident before in Minecraft. I've never had one, ever. Like, I've never, like, in all my time of playing Minecraft at this point, I have never owned a trident. So maybe I'll try to get my hands on one at some point, but... Okay, so what I want to do now, guys, is I want to do some exploration. Vlad probably has a bunch. He might, I don't know. I haven't, like, asked him about it. I didn't want to bother him about it too much, because Vlad has actually helped me with a lot of my build, actually. So, the majority, obviously, all of the insane amounts of crying obsidian that I have, as well as the blackstone, that was all donated to me by Vlad. So, like, he was very nice, and he gave me tons and tons of blackstone and tons of crying obsidian. So, I try not to bother him too much about really rare items or materials or whatever. But we're going to... Actually, let's see here. There's a few things I need. So, I'm going to probably... Oh, there's my boat. Okay. So I'm going to take my boat. I don't really need any of this other stuff in here. Yeah. And I need to go get my map because we're going to do some exploration. Hey, what's up, Bo? How you doing, buddy? How you doing? I just almost said how you don't doing. How you don't doing, mate? How you don't doing? Vlad is so rich. I mean, I found out that there's a farm that I want to build that he doesn't have already. And he also kind of told me that he doesn't have plans to build that farm either. So, like, I have, like, an idea to, like, build this farm that I kind of need that hasn't been built yet. And then, I'm going to probably own, like, I'm going to own that farm and then probably, like, sell the drops from it. Like, because everybody kind of has, like, I mean, I think Vlad pretty much has, like, all of the major farms that, I think it's 56 that I need. And then... Oh, I don't have a copy of 5. I need 5. So I'm pretty sure it's 56 is the one that I need. But yeah, basically I'm going to build a farm that we don't have that has a pretty good resource that I feel like people should have access to. And then I'm going to open up a shop and then make some diamonds off of it. Give me your diamonds. You don't do dye? That's good. That's good, Bo Falcon. You don't want to do the dye. The dye is not the good. You don't. The dye is the bad. You don't want to do the dye. What did I do, though? Where's my map? Oh, here it is. There's number 5. Okay, cool. What did I do, though? Okay. I have Mumbo's head. I have Mumbo's head. I actually acquired that because Mumbo is the only, like, so the traders like sell heads of like famous Minecraft YouTubers, and Mumbo, there's like, I've seen Grian's head, and that was one that I recently discovered, like, but I'm not a fan of Grian. I don't really like Grian. I mean, if you're a fan of Minecraft YouTubers and you like Grian, that's okay. I'm not gonna hate on you for liking Grian, it's fine. But I don't think Grian's very interesting. I think he's boring. I'm gonna go ahead and be the super controversial, person here. I think that Minecraft Hermitcraft, like the whole collection, like the Hermitcraft series with all of its members and all that, I think they're boring. I don't find them very entertaining. If you think that they're entertaining, that's awesome, and I'm glad that you enjoy them. I don't think they're very entertaining. I think they're really boring. So, there you go. I think that... But, like, I like Mumbo, but I don't like Mumbo because he's in Hermitcraft. I like Mumbo because he's taught me a lot about Redstone. Like, I watch his, like, Redstone tutorials and have, like, learned a lot from watching him. So, like, he's not, like, my go-to for being entertained. But, like, I feel like the purpose of, like, Hermitcraft is, like, to entertain people. Right? Like, and I mean, yeah, there's like, oh, well, like, I watch the Hermitcraft because they do these complex farms and complex builds, and I learn from them. And it's like, yeah, but, like, I could find... Oh, hold on, I gotta go kill something. Yeah, I hear you. I'm coming. I just don't think that they're very entertaining. And so... And I've tried watching them because, like, Cinder Shadow is a big fan of, Cinder Shadow is a big fan of... Ooh, that's not bad, actually. But it's fine, I don't need it. Cinder Shadow's a big fan of Hermitcraft. And I don't think that they are very interesting. And, like, I've tried watching them a couple times. Because Cinder Shadow keeps recommending me them. And every time I watch them, I think they're boring. Like, and that's fine, because it's it's personal taste, It's personal taste. It's kind of like another thing that I find really boring is the majority of Magic the Gathering content on YouTube. Like, I mean, obviously, like, you guys probably know that I'm a big fan of Mike Hatcher, also known as Purple, or also known as the Magic Historian. I'm a big fan of him. But I'm a big fan of him because he's a genuinely entertaining person. I don't watch him because of Magic content. I watch him because I think he's a hilarious and absolutely entertaining person. And I get more entertainment out of him as an entertainer than I do out of his actual Magic content. But I find Magic content to be unbelievably, incredibly boring in general. So I don't watch it. And that's how I feel with, like, a lot of, like... I mean, not all of Minecraft content, but, like, Hermitcraft is that, like, selection of content. Oh, I forgot to drop off the leather. Damn it. I find Hermitcraft to just be not very interesting at all. Like, I just don't think they're very entertaining people. But I mean, it's okay that people like them. Like, it's fine. Like, I have different tastes than other people, and, if you find them entertaining, that's totally fine. Dye is something that I'm after. You're looking for dyes, Sue? We're talking about, like, dyes, D-Y-E. I see what you're getting at. Can I help you decorate a shop for spider and skeleton drops? I could help you out with that. I don't mind if you want me to help you out with that. I mean, admittedly, Zoo, last time that I tried to help you with a build, you kind of hated it, so I don't know. Like, that was when I was building your house tower, and then you ended up just redoing the whole thing. So, But yeah, I'll be more than happy to help you with it, if that's what you want. Really good at dark vibes. You think it would be perfect? I mean, I know how to make, like, homely, nice vibes and stuff like that, too. Like, I mean, I just wanted to go for a nether build. Like, that's kind of like what I wanted to go for this time around. Was I was like, ooh, I want to build, like, you know, an evil, dark-looking castle. Like, that was kind of like what I went on about. So, it's kind of my Jimmy Jams. Controversial hipsters say it isn't so... I know. I've always got to be the guy who's got to pick the thing that nobody likes, right? Because that's the life I live. I'm gonna take this cooked mutton. I don't think I'll need, like... Actually, maybe I'll take the beef because there's more beef. No, the mutton's fine. This is more than enough. I'll be fine. And if, like, I run out of food, I'll just kill some cows and sheep on the way. It's not a big deal. Okay, so we have to go to the east. We're going east, guys. That's my personality, the controversial hipster. Thanks, guys. It's just, I can't help it. It's like a natural, like, state of being for me. Like, I like the things I like, you know? And, like, but at least I'm, like, I mean, I kind of look at it as, like, you know, like I was saying before, if you, like, you know, if you're a fan of the, what is it called, the Hermitcraft stuff, then cool. Like, it's fine. Like, you're allowed to like the things you like. That's okay. I just don't think they're very interesting. I don't enjoy them. I don't, like, basically what happened was, recently what kind of, like, made me try to, what made me want to try and watch, Hermitcraft was I saw some people talking about, like, the best Minecraft YouTubers, right? And there were some that I, like, agreed with, because, like, for example, I actually am a fan of IBX Toycat, and I'm a fan of Waddles. Like, I love their content. I love I love how they go over Minecraft news. I love how they, you know, talk about things. I think that they're genuinely entertaining people. I like their video style. I love how they edit. I love how they talk to people. Like, I just think that they're, like, good Minecraft YouTubers, and I find both of them very entertaining. They're pretty much the only Minecraft YouTubers I watch on a regular basis. I just think they're great. Like, and I think they're fun and hilarious, and I think that they have interesting things to say while also being silly and having a good time. So my point is that, like, I was looking at a list of, like, the best, like, Minecraft YouTubers, and they're kind of, like, categorized into what they specialize in. For example, they listed IBX Toycat as, like, the best, like, they basically labeled him as one of the best, Bedrock Edition Minecraft YouTubers. So I was like, okay, yeah, I see that, because that's what he plays on. He's primarily a Bedrock player, and he primarily focuses on going over news for Bedrock Edition. So that makes sense. Like, I get that. I can agree with that. And then they showed Waddles, and they said, oh, he's the best at, like, Minecraft tutorials. And I was like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. He's literally famous for his continuously ongoing Minecraft tutorial series. Like, that's what he's famous for. And it's very entertaining, and I totally agree with that. And then they had kind of, like, a list of, like they showed Mumbo on there, and they're like, he's the best Redstone builder. And I was like, okay, like, yeah, I agree with that, because I've watched Mumbo's videos about Redstone tutorials, and they've been pretty informative, and I've actually learned quite a bit about Redstone from watching him, and that's great. So I was, like, going down this list, and they had a bunch of, like, Minecrafters that I didn't recognize. One of them that I also agreed with was, and I only got into him recently because of what happened with him recently, which was his unfortunate passing away due to cancer, which was, you guys know who I'm talking about. I feel terrible because I suddenly forgot his name. I'm terrible with names. I'm not an inconsiderate asshole. I guess maybe that makes me an inconsiderate asshole, but I'm just genuinely bad with names. I'll admit it. I'm terrible with names, but he passed away recently, which was genuinely really sad. And because of that, I got really interested in his content, and I thought he was pretty fun. Like, he's basically, they labeled him as being the best Minecraft PvPer. Which, like, when you watch his videos, you can tell he's incredible at Minecraft PvP. Like, legitimately, it's, like, his forte. Like, he's, like, a genius Minecraft PvPer, for sure. And I really enjoyed watching him going around and just, Technoblade, thank you, Hell for Gamers. I'm so sorry that I forgot his name, and it was really sad, like, you know, that he passed away the way that he did. But I did genuinely enjoy watching some, because, like, some of the, like, if you go back and watch some of his PvP videos, they're kind of insane. Like, some of the shit that he pulls off, like, fighting people in Minecraft PvP, is some of the most ludicrously, like, five-brained bullshit I've ever seen in my life. Like, it's pretty incredible. I didn't bring any iron with me. Oh, well, it's fine. I'll leave these sheep alone. But yeah, so anyways, I'm basically, like, looking down this list, and I'm agreeing with some of the options, and they start showing some other Minecraft YouTubers that I'm not only not familiar with, but I'm also not interested in how they're categorized. So, like, there's, like, you know, oh, this guy's, like, the best at, I don't know, Skyblock or something like that, and I'm like, oh, well, I don't really care about Skyblock, so whatever. And, like, they just had a list that was just, you know, ongoing of, like, every, like, niche Minecraft YouTuber that specializes in, like, a particular thing. So I'm going down this list, and I see Grian's name, and I'm like, oh, I've never heard of Grian. Like, what does he specialize in? And the list says Grian is considered to be the best aesthetic builder. Like, the best at aesthetically designing builds. And I'm like, oh, like, this is a person I've never heard of. I've never watched his content before, ever. I don't know anything about him. But they have him listed here as the best aesthetic builder. Which, aesthetic builds are, like, my Jimmy Jams. Like, I love, like, making things look really super pretty and look super nice and fancy. And not really caring, like, how functional they are necessarily, but how beautiful they are. So I was like, okay, well, this list has been relatively accurate for, you know, a lot of the YouTubers that I recognize. So maybe I should look this guy up, this Grian guy. You know, maybe I should check out his channel and look at some of his builds and see what he's going on, you know, what's going on here. So I look Grian up, and I kind of, like, hover through his channel, and I realize he's a hermit crafter. So I was like, oh, well, right off the bat, I'm a little worried because I don't like hermitcraft. I don't think it's very entertaining. I don't find it interesting in the slightest. Despite the fact that I like Mumbo, but it's not that I like Mumbo because of hermitcraft. I like Mumbo because of his tutorials. So I'm like, okay, so maybe what I'll do is I'll just kind of, like, because I see, like, the majority of his videos are centered around hermitcraft, and, like, I did this in hermitcraft, or this weird thing happens in hermitcraft, or hermitcraft this, or hermitcraft that. And I'm like, alright, so I'll skip those, because it doesn't seem like it's focusing on his builds, it's just focusing on whatever flavor of the day is going on in hermitcraft. I'll skip those. So I start realizing that there's a couple of hermitcraft videos that show off in the thumbnail, like, this amazing build. And I'm like, okay. And it's like, and the video, like, the thumbnail shows, like, this amazing build he did for hermitcraft. And then the title says, like, I built, like, this amazing thing in hermitcraft. And I was like, alright, you know what, now we're kind of talking. Like, this is, you know, I mean, I may not be a fan of hermitcraft, but, you know, if you're primarily focusing on this amazing looking build, then, you know, and like the aesthetic design of it, then maybe I'll give this a watch, right? So I basically turn on his video and I start watching it, and he just doesn't talk about the build at all. He doesn't talk about the build at all. Like, at all. Like, at all. Instead, what he does is he meets up with, like, 2 or 3 other guys that are playing hermitcraft with him, and they just go to, like, a farm that the guy built, like, that has nothing to do with the build in the thumbnail, like, at all. And he just runs over to this farm with, like, the 3 other guys that he's playing with, and they just, like, talk about the farm for a little bit, and then they sit around and then collect drops from the farm. And they're, like, making, like, jokes that are, like, not really funny. Like, I mean, I have already recognized that part of the reason why I also don't like Hermitcraft is that their style of humor is not, like, my kind of taste in humor. I find their humor not funny. I find it boring. I find it's like, oh, alright. I mean, I guess that would be funny if I was, like, 7 years old, sure. Which is probably a decent portion of their audience, Like, I mean, I get it. Like, it's supposed to be enjoyed by, like, a wide variety of an audience. Like, you want to try and entertain adults, and you're probably trying to entertain, children as well. Like, you can't fight the fact that that's a major part of your demographic. But, like, I just don't find that interesting. Like, I don't, like, your level of humor that applies to small children is not something that is particularly relevant to my interests, and I don't find it entertaining, so I'm not into it. Like, you guys know, my sense of humor is dark and dry, and I can get nasty, like, because that's kind of my thing. Like, I mean, The Imaginary Boys is a good sense of exactly that. But so I'm literally watching this Grian video that is, the thumbnail shows, like, this beautiful build, and then the title says, I'm showing off this beautiful build. I'm watching this video for 20 minutes. Like, it's like a 30 or 40 minute long video, and I'm watching it for like 20 minutes, and he never gets to it. And I'm just like, I'm done, dude. I don't care. Like, you're wasting my time. Like, and I mean, even though that build looks impressive in the thumbnail, it's very clear that, like, I mean, I'm not going to say that, like, I mean, I know that it's kind of like a stupid thing to say that, like, oh, your video is clickbait. Like, I get that that's, like, a dumb thing to say because, everything is clickbait all the time. Because you want people to, like, click on your videos. And, the one thing that, you gotta do to get people to come in and watch what you want them to watch is you have to give them, like, a thumbnail and a title that, grabs their attention and brings them in. But, like, I'll be straight up about it, that felt like clickbait. Like, you clearly labeled your video that you show a thumbnail where it's this amazing build that drew me in. And then you titled your video, look at this amazing build that I built in Hermitcraft. And then the first 20 minutes, I stuck around for 20 minutes, which was honestly probably 15 minutes longer than I should have. And I stuck around for 20 minutes, and during those 20 minutes, you don't ever actually show me anything that you showed in your thumbnail or your title at all. I feel like I'm justified in saying that that's clickbait. Like, I felt robbed. Like, I felt like I was, deceived. Like, legitimately. And I'm not a person that goes around claiming things are clickbait, usually. That's not something that I usually do, because, most people that scream and yell about clickbait are probably just wrong. Like, they're just mad that they got talked into watching something, because even though they, the video is actually about that, I don't know. It's just, I just was very disappointed in watching that Grian video and then finding out that it wasn't at all like what I was hoping it would be. So I just, like, I don't enjoy Hermitcraft. I really don't. Like, and I've tried a couple times, because not only have I watched, like, that as an example, but also, like, I've, tried watching stuff that Cinder Shadow recommended me. He's like, oh, I think you'll like this Hermitcraft video, or stuff like that. And I'm, he sends it to me, and I watch it a little bit, and I'm like, I'll be honest, dude, I don't like this. Like, I don't. Like, it's not what I'm into. But yeah, it's, I just can't get into it, like, and I mean, Minecraft is like, I like a couple of Minecraft YouTubers, but a lot of the time I find a lot of Minecraft YouTubers tend to be pretty boring. And a lot of it is just because I don't find them to be Chicken Island. Hey guys, we have a Chicken Island over here. Unless there are more... How do you get up on this thing? Oh, here we go. Okay. But yeah, I'm just... Chicken Island! Chicken Island! What are you doing, chickens? It's your personal island? You afraid to go down into the ocean? Tinfoil Chef from Hermitcraft died of prostate cancer. Damn! It's Minecrafters, and that's unfortunate. Yeah, it's... Minecraft, the Minecraft YouTube space has been hit particularly hard this year, and that's genuinely unfortunate. Green is an amazing builder as well as Chaos Incarnate. I don't think he's very entertaining. I don't. I mean, like, you know, I gave him a chance. I clicked into something like a 40 or 50 minute video, and I gave him 20 minutes of my time, which he proceeded to spend on not showing me, you know, the thing that he was advertising in his thumbnail or title. So I'm good. No more Green for me. I'm good. I'm done with that. What is going on with this sand over here? Okay. I'm just gonna leave that be. I'll leave that be. Alright, so I'm kind of trying to fill out the map here. That's kind of the goal for today right now, is we're just gonna hang out, chit-chat, read the map, follow the map, all that stuff. Homemade cupcakes? Man, I have not had a cupcake in a very long time. It's been quite some time. Then again, I don't really go out of my way for cupcakes. Because cupcakes are one of those things where it's like, you make like a dozen of them, but like, you only want one, you know? You only really just want one cupcake. I could never really imagine myself being in a situation where I would want more than one cupcake at any particular given time. Like, and I mean, but the thing is, too, is that, like, you're like, oh, well, you know, you make a dozen cupcakes, and then you save the others for later. And it's like, I mean, I get that, but, like, usually after the first couple of days, I'm gonna try to see if I can... No, that didn't work, damn. I was kind of hoping that maybe I'd be able to, like, silk touch this plant and get the whole plant, but they don't let you do that. But usually after, like, the first couple of days or so, cupcakes are not really good anymore. Like, they're good for, like, 3 days maximum, I feel like. And then after that, they're just really disappointing, you know? I mean, cupcakes are one of those things where it's like, I'd be down to, like, go to a bakery and, like, buy one and then enjoy it. But, I mean, you know, it's like when you're, like, a little kid, you know, you can eat, like, a billion cupcakes. You don't care. But, like... It's too much. It's too much for me as an adult. I couldn't do it. He did eventually get to the build. Well, I'm sure he probably, you know, after 30 or 40 minutes of whatever bullshit he was doing before, he probably did get to the build. But the thing is that that's like 30 or 40 minutes of bullshit. Like, I'm good. You know, I feel like I was kind. Is that a snow fox? I don't think I've ever seen a snow fox before. I've seen, like, regular fox, but I've never seen a snow fox before. Hello, little snow fox. It's got something in his mouth. He's super cute. There's, like, 3 kinds of foxes, aren't there? Like, there's, like, red foxes, white foxes, and, like, brown foxes, right? But yeah, anyways, like, that's, you know, 20 or 30 minutes to get to your main point is, like... I'm good, man. Like, he probably doesn't care about his retention because he's popular enough to, you know, not need to care about that. But, I mean, you know, if I just, I don't know. Bugs me. It bugs me. You feel bad because you're developing a daily cupcake habit. Yeah. What's really weird is I think that my tolerance for sugar got, like, lower recently. Because, like, so you guys know that I don't like sugary liquids, which is why I don't drink like sodas and stuff like that. And it's literally because the intake of sugar is just like too much for my body. Like, I just can't handle it. So recently I bought some tasty donuts. And like, I ate like half of a donut. Like, I bought like 3 donuts because I've always been like, I'll have like one donut in the morning, and then I'll have like another one in the evening, and then I'll save like the third one for like the next day for breakfast or something like that. So like a while ago I bought some donuts and I ate one and I ate half of it, and I was like, oh my god, I feel like I could die. I was like, I can't believe this. Why have I chosen this fate? Why must I live this way? Like, half of a donut, and I was like, I can't do this anymore. This is like awful. And like, then I've had like a couple of other circumstances where like I would get like really sugary like foods, because my tolerance for like sugary liquids are like low. Like, I can't drink sugary liquids that well, but like I still eat like really sugary snacks, and like I've always been kind of okay with that. But I think that like my tolerance for sugar in general has now like moved over from just being liquids and is also with like food too. Like, I kind of like struggle now, like just recently, with being able to consume large amounts of sugar when it comes to like, desserts and stuff like that. Hello, polar bears. Please don't attack me. I will be very sad. I don't like having to kill polar bears, but when they attack me, they're dead. I murder their faces. Because they're attacking me, But, yeah. I just don't think I can really handle sugary foods all that well as much as I used to. They last me longer, which is probably a good thing. Probably good for my diet, for my body in general, so who knows. Time to skip across the ice. Skip across the ice! Bake to share with others, not to actually eat the sweets. You don't even eat, like, your own sweets? That's... You probably eat at least one, right, Sue? Like, you probably eat at least, like, one. Like, I'd be a little disappointed to hear that you bake tasty sweets and then you don't eat any. That's, like, that's depressing. That's just downright depressing, girl. Make my teeth hurt so I enjoy them by giving them to others that I do like. Oh, so you can't, like, they make your teeth hurt so you just don't eat them? That's kind of lame. That's lame, Zoo. That's lame. Let's see. Green has a playlist of just building in Minecraft. A lot of them are like 10 minutes, so I bet those actually showcase his build. Maybe. I think I'm good, though. I think I'm good. I'm just gonna, like... I've kind of, like, learned my lesson to just, for the most part, stay away from, like, trying to watch, Minecraft YouTubers. Like, I have my few that I really enjoy, but, like, Like, I found Waddles because, like, the way that I originally found Waddles and enjoyed him was because he did a tutorial. Like, I wanted to know how to build something, and he did a tutorial in, like, one of his videos, and when I watched it and I learned from his tutorial, I was like, oh, not only is this informative, but it's also extremely entertaining. So, I'll watch more of his stuff. And that's kind of like how I got into Waddles. So, I mean, and then IBX Toy Cat was introduced to me by Maz. And, like, but that's another situation where, like, like Maz was trying to show me something that I didn't know about Minecraft, so she sent me an IBX Toy Cat video, and then I proceeded to, like, learn about what she was talking about. But then on top of that, I found out that, oh, not only is this teaching me something that's, like, interesting and I need to know, but also, this guy, IBX Toy Cat, is a really entertaining person. Like, he's interesting and he's fun to listen to, and I enjoy him. So, it's like, Mumbo, like, when it comes to Mumbo, I actually don't think he's entertaining, but I think he's incredibly informative. So, like, when I want to do a really extremely complex, like, Redstone build that he's done a tutorial on, I'll watch him for the information and knowledge. But I don't watch him on a regular basis because I don't think he's a very entertaining person. Like, when I watch a Mumbo video, I'm watching him because I need to learn how to do something, you know? So, like, I selectively cherry pick, like, what kind of Mumbo video I'm watching. So, like, Grian, the thing is that, like, when it comes to aesthetic builds, I have a bunch of, like, YouTubers that, Minecraft YouTubers that I follow specifically to learn how to, like, do certain kinds of aesthetic builds. And, like, Grian doesn't build from what I've seen, a lot of his builds are just gigantic. So he builds on a scale that is much larger than what I'm interested in doing. And then on top of that, I also don't want to watch him because I just don't think he's entertaining. So, like, I'm probably not going to be going out of my way to, like, watch what he's doing. Like, and this is once again another thing where I want to, like, say, like, I don't hate on the guy. Like, I don't dislike the guy. And if you guys enjoy him, then that's awesome. But that's not my jam, you know? That's not my thing. So, he's probably just, you know, a Minecraft YouTuber that, you know, exists and does his thing, and he's very popular for what he does, which is fine. But I'm not particularly interested in watching what he's doing. So, I'm just filling out the map, by the way. My goal is to just fill out the map. I need to get my hands on a Elytra, you guys. That's what I need. Zoo likes a small amount of chocolate. That's okay. Chocolate is delicious. Tasty chocolate. Do you prefer milk, white, or dark? What's your favorite kind of chocolate, Zoo? Probably just looked at Grian's miscellaneous videos and not his build playlist. Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't look into his playlist. I was like, I'm going to go into his videos and find the first, like, video that has, like, an interesting looking build on it and watch it. Apparently that was my mistake. Apparently that, you know, clicking on a video that has a thumbnail of a beautiful build and then has a title saying, look at this beautiful build I made. I'm sorry, I guess I should have known better and should have known that it was going to be 20 to 30 minutes of him dicking around with his friends on Hermitcraft. That's totally my bad. I should have just automatically known that that's what that was going to be. Like, I should have had the, you know, aforementioned, you know, I should have had the knowledge beforehand, the psychic ability to know that I needed to go into his playlists to look specifically at his builds instead of clicking on, like, a recent video that he did for a build that, you know, has the thumbnail of his build and the title of his build, but not the actual video content of what his build was. So, you know, that's totally just my bad. And I'm sorry, I also should have known that if I was going to click on that video, that I would have to, you know, sit through 30 to 40 minutes of him dicking around before he ever actually got to the build that he was intending to do, as implied by the thumbnail and the title of his video. So, I apologize. I should have definitely known all of that information before I clicked on his video. My bad. I apologize. Could be COVID related. Many people who have had it reported sugar issues up to type 2 diabetes. Wow. I did not know that, Scorpiogeist. It's possible. I mean, I've caught COVID. So, I mean, I don't have it right now, obviously. Like, but I mean, I have had it in the past. So, that's pretty surprising. I'll have to look into that deeper. 3 to 4 dozen cookies. I eat like 3 max. Alright, that's all good. Man, I got so angry at Subway the other day. I like ordered Subway to be delivered to my house because I'm a lazy piece of shit. And I ordered Subway to be delivered to my house, and I ordered 2 chocolate chip cookies because they were cheap. They had like a sale going on or something like that. They didn't send me any cookies, and I was really mad about it. was really mad. I was like, I want to eat 2 chocolate chip cookies. Why? Why, Subway? Why do you hate me? Why? How could you do this? I was very sad. I was very sad. And I even left them, like, a nice tip and everything. Because, like, you know, they do the auto-tipping thing and all that. So, made me really sad. I was like, well, I guess they're getting a bigger tip because that money's just gone. So, whatever. Man. Wanted those chewy chocolate chip cookies. Sad face. Come here, boat. Come here, boat! Give me the boat! I want the boat! I want the boat! Selective on art channels, there are a lot of great artists, but I do the same thing you do and only really watch the ones that are entertaining too. Yeah. I mean, it just kind of, like, depends, because there's always the classic thing of, like, you know, like, there's a lot of really great, you know, Minecrafters out there, or in your case, there's a lot of great, like, you know, artists out there, you know, and there's a lot of them, and they're not being followed or watched or whatever. But the thing is that, like, if you want to do stuff like that, you have to kind of, like, stand out, you know, like, really stand out. And for a lot of those people, they have, like, a gimmick. Like, for example, like, when I was looking at that list, where it was like, oh, Waddles is famous because he's the best, like, tutorial giver. Mumbo Jumbo is famous because he's the best redstoner. Like, and then they said, like, Grian is famous because he's the best aesthetic builder, which I kind of disagree with now. But the idea is that they have, like, a gimmick. They have something that allows them to stand out. Like, because they're the best at something, right? So, like, one particular gimmick that, like, you can do is being just entertaining. So it's like, if you're not the absolute best at a particular thing that you're doing, like, then you can do the thing that you do and be decently good at it, but you're also entertaining, you know? Like, you can do your little song and dance and on the camera and be good, you know? So, and that's kind of like the same thing that you mentioned with, like, you know, artist, Bo, is like, you know, like, you can be a good artist, but unless you have something that makes you really, really stand out, like you're absolutely fantastic at a particular thing with your art, then the next best thing is that you do art and you're also entertaining, and you draw an audience by being an entertaining person, you know? So, and I mean, like, I'm sure that some people believe that, you know, Grian is, like, the absolute best at what he does, and that's why he's famous, and I mean, that would be the most sensible thing, because obviously he has a lot of followers on YouTube, and, you know, that's what he does. But I don't think that the thing is entertainment. Like, I mean, I'm sure there are people that are entertained by what he does, but, like, he's not really the most absolute, like, he's definitely not the funniest person I've ever seen. And he's definitely not, like, the most enrapturing, like, entertainment, you know, source I've ever seen when it comes to, like, Minecraft. So, you know, it's just, you kind of, I don't know. I mean, I have no right to talk because obviously he's successful, and he has a huge audience, a very wide audience that watches every single little thing he does. So, I mean, all in all, I have no right to talk, you know, I really don't. But, I mean, I can definitely say that if my tastes are relevant to anybody, which they are, which is they're relevant to me, meh. Like, that's what I think of Grian. Meh. Like, it's, you know, live your best life, be successful. I'm glad you have a fan base. I'm glad that you're doing amazingly. And I wish you nothing but the absolute best in life. Like, you know, Grian, keep working that, you know, keep doing that thing that you're doing, keep being amazing at what you're doing, keep being successful, but, you know, you're not my kind of entertainment, so there you go. No, Bofalgan, like, it's okay, like, I'm not mad at you or anything like that. If you genuinely, if you enjoy Grian, it's fine, like, I don't care, you're allowed. How dare you like a thing that I don't necessarily like? Like, it's okay, dude, it's fine. You're not advocating for Grian. Haven't seen any of his videos. I was just mentioning other possibilities. I only watch you in Cinder for... Oh, okay. I didn't... I thought you were saying that based on the idea that you, like, actually watched him or something. But, alright. It's all good, man. You were just kind of, like, curious and looked him up to kind of investigate a little bit. That's alright, dude. Yeah, I mean, like, if you do like him, then that's your prerogative. That's your thing, and that's okay. So I'm sure that they're, like, I mean, you know, Zoo was mentioning that she watches Korean. So, I mean, she probably finds him entertaining, and I'm not going to tell her to stop watching the guy. Like, it's fine. I just don't find him to be all that entertaining. This is how I feel. Favorite builder is Mythical Sausage. He does super detailed builds on a smaller scale. That's kind of cool. I really like that. I like that kind of stuff. Like, smaller scale stuff that has more work put into it. Because, like, some of the stuff that I was noticing about some of the larger, like, especially, like, when I was watching Hermitcraft, like, that Hermitcraft video that was, like, Grian or whatever, was, like, he went inside, like, a really nice build that was, like, a farm. But, like... other than it being a farm and hosting a farm, and, like, looking really nice from the outside, there sure as hell was not a lot going on inside of it. Like, it was just, you know, there's not much going on the inside. But, I mean, the idea was that, like, I get that, because, like, you know, there are sometimes things where it's like, you know, I come in here for one purpose. I come in here to, like, be inside this farm to collect this item and gain EXP. And I'm not wandering around too much, and I'm not, you know, doing tons of things or spending tons of time inside of it. So, like, to hell with, you know, making it look super pretty on the inside. There's, like, no reason for it, and I get that. Like, but that's, like, not what I'm into. Like, my whole thing is, even if it doesn't serve a purpose, like, I want my builds to look pretty on the outside and on the inside. Like, that's just, like, who I am and what I do. Like, that's my style. Like, that's what you guys were seeing, was, like, I was telling you guys right away when I was in my castle. Like, oh, like, I have this here, and it doesn't serve a purpose, but it looks pretty, and that's why I put it here. Like, I never come into this room, but it looks nice, and that's why it's here. You know? I do that stuff a lot. So, like, I kind of like the smaller scale builds that have, like, tons and tons of, like, detail and work put into them. Because that's kind of, like, my style. Like, that's what I do. I think there's, like, one last dot over here before I have to go and fill out the next area. So we're going to come over this way. His current theme is Encanto inspired, which is actually part of his culture too. Alright. Okay. Liz says he's entertained by me. Thank you. I appreciate that. You'd be surprised how low the bar is for entertainment. I mean, we are here. Hurtful, but okay. That's okay. I'm okay with you, completely destroying and hurting my little feelers. That's okay. I'm used to it. My life is one big joke to everybody in the whole world. And the 4 people that are in here are secretly in on the joke. So thank you, I appreciate that. Like, it's that famous clown, the sad clown. That's my life, I am that sad clown. But I try to accept my reality beating, my constant beating by reality, and I acknowledge the fact that everything I do is a joke, and I keep on smiling and try my best to not have super awful depressing thoughts every morning. So there you go. Yay! Anyways, absolutely. Yeah, because you're saying mean things at me, that's why. I was thinking the other day, I was like, man, Lettuce has sure gotten really mean to me lately. I'm just gonna ignore some of the stuff he says from now on. Because otherwise, I'm going to go into my bedroom and cry myself to sleep with a razor blade in hand. Ha-ha! So, yeah. I did ignore that stuff. Oh. Something I was thinking about was, I've been watching, like, a lot of YouTube videos about Skyrim again. Like, even though I have come back to Minecraft, I've still been kind of, like, on a Skyrim kick lately. Because, like, you guys might remember I was, like, really obsessively into Skyrim right before I left for my vacation in Boston. And I'm still kind of feeling it. Like, I haven't been playing Skyrim. Like, I haven't come back into it yet. But, like, man, have I been thinking about it. Because I have been watching, like, basically what popped into my YouTube feed is, like, videos about Skyrim lore and stuff like that. And, man, oh man, I can't stop watching them. They're so good. Like, just Elder Scrolls in general lore is so good. Like, I actually really love it a lot. And it made me want to, like, come back and play Skyrim again, you know? Oh, Zoo, I'm always good. Don't worry. I'm fine. But yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking of, like, I kind of want to, like, make... okay, I guess this is my life now. I kind of want to make a Skyrim series. But I don't exactly 100% know, like, how to go about it. That's, like, the main issue that I've run into. Because, like, I want to play the character that I've been playing for a while now. But, like, I'm worried about how weird it would be if I just suddenly came in on the middle of the game. You know? Like, I have kind of an idea that I was going to, like, start doing it when I got, like, when I was going to, like, start with, like, maybe the Dawnguard expansion. Like, instead of playing the whole game from the beginning, just, like, play through a bunch of the stuff already, have, like, an established character, and then just start, you know, Dawnguard or something, and doing, like, a whole run-through of the Dawnguard. I don't know. I've been thinking about it, and I'm just not sure yet, because I don't care if it's, like, 100 years old. I adore that game. I adore Skyrim. I don't think I'll ever get tired of playing that game. Like, ever. Okay. Sure. Thanks, Lettuce. Thanks, man. Let's see here. But yeah, I really kind of want to do that. And, like, I want to, like, do lore stuff on Skyrim, but, like, also... I just don't know how to go about it, you know? I really don't. Oh, God, it's a thunderstorm. I better go to bed. Oh! Looks like my chat log died. Are you guys still here? Is everybody still alive? Looks like everything's good, I suppose. Hopefully everything is okay. My chat log just suddenly died all of a sudden. So I had to make sure everything is... Hey, Skellymans, what you doing over there? Wanna come over here, maybe? I just wanna... It's just kind of burning over there, having a good time, catching on fire? Is that the life you're living? Hope it's working out for you, because it looks like you're dead. Look like you dead, mate. Look like you dead, mate. Hell yeah, dude. I'll go to bed in the middle of a lightning storm. Why not? Just out there in the rain, sopping wet, covered in water. That's the best sleep you'll ever get in your life, man. It's so nice and moist. So nice and moist. Moisture. Wake up packing Rocky Mountain oysters. Tasty. Shove them in your mouth. Pop them in your mouth. Pop them in your mouth like Skittles. Right? Right? That's what you all about, right? You know, I am getting so hungry all of a sudden. Oh, it's a skelly man hanging out in the water. What you doing, buddy? How did I miss? Ow! How am I missing? Missed. Haha, got him! Take that, Jugwad! Alright, we're good. We're good. I can't believe I'm saying this, but the fact that you mentioned Rocky Mountain oysters, even though I would never eat those, I am, like, legitimately hungry. Just, like, thinking about the process of eating some kind of food has made me hungry. How dare you? How dare you, lettuce? Now everybody thinks that I like Rocky Mountain oysters. How dare you? Why have you done this to me? Why? Why? Man, I sure wish I had shears. Because I actually need wool. And I don't have any wool. And I don't have any iron. Wait, actually, hold on. I just realized something. I can't believe that I forgot that I might have iron! Yay! Sweet. Okay. Let's go! Time to make these sheep bound. No more wool for you. Your wool is mine. I'm like that bad guy from Mortal Kombat. Your wool is mine. God, I miss that movie. Too bad the other ones weren't very good. First Mortal Kombat movie is so good. I love that movie. It's like one of my favorite martial art films of all time. And it's funny because that movie's just a ripoff of Enter the Dragon. But it's a really well done ripoff of Enter the Dragon. I mean, Enter the Dragon's a great movie all by itself. Like, genuinely, if you've never seen Enter the Dragon, go and watch that movie. It's kind of freaking fantastic. But, Mortal Kombat's pretty spectacular. Like, that first movie is so damn good. He's so good. He's Gouda. He's so Gouda. Like the cheese. Like the tasty, tasty cheese. God damn it, now I want Gouda. I'm so goddamn hungry. It's because I haven't eaten anything all day. Well, I ate a little bit. I had, like, a couple of, like, breakfast sweets this morning. But that's about it. That and a delicious, tasty coffee. Oh, man, now I want coffee, too. God damn it! Why do I keep doing this to myself? Somebody make me stop! Somebody make me stop thinking about food and coffee. Why? Why must I suffer this endless torture of needing to eat and drink while I'm on stream? How do I stop this? How? Give me your wool. Your wool is mine. It's mine. Still haven't seen the new Mortal Kombat movie just cause, not expecting anything. I heard it wasn't very good. Just like, you know, all the Mortal Kombat movies that are not the, what are you doing right there? That is a terrible place for you to be. I mean, if you want to, like, you know, catch fire and die, like, go for it. But, you know, that's not your intention, then you probably don't want to particularly be there. But yeah, I heard the most recent one was not very good. Oh yeah! Christopher Lambert played Raiden. I forgot about that. That's so funny. I don't think so. Enough! That movie's so great. He was so good in that movie! He was so good in that movie. Who cares if he's a ridiculous whitewash character? It's still a good movie and he's still great in it. Man. Now I want to watch Mortal Kombat. I wonder if YouTube would just play that movie for free. Because they have like a bunch of free movies on their platform, right? I wonder if that's like a movie that they would have access to. Does anybody watch like the free movies that like YouTube advertises on their feed. Okay, seriously, guys, have any of you like tried to watch like the free with ads movies that they have like on their platform? I'm actually curious. Like I legit want to know. I know that they have like what is it, like YouTube Red or whatever, where like they have like access to movies and you can watch them without commercials and stuff. But also like YouTube, or maybe not YouTube Red, is it called like Premium or something like that? I can't remember. But yeah, they have like movies and stuff that you can watch with advertisements for free. So like I don't think I've ever actually watched any of them, but they advertise them to me every once in a while. Like they're like, hey, we noticed that you have an interest in like they've advertised like Idiocracy to me before. They've advertised the original what's it called, Ghost in the Shell movie, which I did think about watching one time. Like I saw them advertising it on YouTube and I was like, I might be interested in rewatching this. It's been a long time. But they do like advertise that stuff, you know? And I'm curious, because I haven't watched any of them, but I'm curious if anybody else has. Still haven't seen the... Oh, I already read that. You've seen a few of them, Bo Falcon? Some of the classics I've already seen, though? That's kind of cool. Yeah, I'm just kind of, like, curious as to, like, if anybody has, like, gone out of their way to watch them, or is like, oh, yeah, like, I watch them all the time. Here's, like, a selection of, like, the movies that I've watched, you know, using the free with ads on YouTube or whatever. Put the food in my face. Put the food in my face. I'm about to order some tasty food after this. Is that a polar bear? It is a polar bear. Little snow bunnies, what are you doing? You crazy ass little rabbits. Crazy ass rabbits. So I have like, I found like a rabbit's foot not too long ago. Like I think an animal, like a wolf or a fox or something, or a cat, I can't remember, like killed a rabbit in front of me. And it dropped a rabbit's foot. And like I've been trying to figure out like what those are for. I think Cinder Shadow told me that like you can't craft anything with them, but if you carry them on your person, like they give you like luck. And I am aware that like luck is a thing in Minecraft. Like I do know that there is actually like a mechanic in the game that like quantifies luck or whatever. So like, is that really all it's for? I should probably like wiki it or something. HBO Max. Oh! I'm fine, everything's fine. God, I look down at the chat and swim in lava. Okay, fine. Yeah, you got me. You caught me. Okay. Yeah, you caught me. Yeah, I did it. I did the thing. Oh, everybody start commenting down below. Go ahead and leave your messages. Leave your comments because Habanero did the thing. He did the thing that he does. Oh, there he is. There's Lettuce letting me know that I did the thing that I always do. Thanks, Lettuce. Thank you. Thank you. Please, everybody chime in now. Everybody tell me that I did the thing that I always do. Please remind me how terrible at Minecraft I am. Everybody just go right ahead and say, Habanero, he dances in lava. That's what he does. He's the guy who plays in lava. That's his Jimmy Jams. That's what he always likes to do. It's his favorite thing to do in Minecraft. You saw it here. And not too long ago, I was being smug. Like, oh, I don't do that anymore. That's not a thing I do. Look at me. I'm a professional Minecrafter. I don't dance in lava. Why? That's like a thing that noobs would do. I would never do that. You wouldn't catch me dead doing that. Oh, no. God damn it. Alright. So we're making some pretty good progress here. I think I'm going to keep going this way. Actually, we're just about done here, guys. I'm going to probably call it here, guys. I'm at my 2-minute mark. 2-minute mark. I've been playing for a 2 whole minutes, guys. It's time to call it a day. I've hit my 2-hour mark. So I did make the announcement at the beginning of the stream to inform everybody about the Imaginary Boys. But I'm going to go ahead and, for anybody who might have tuned in really late, came in on the middle of the stream, or just to, I don't know, really jam it into people's heads again to remind you what's going on. The Imaginary Boys will be on a 3-week hiatus. We're going to be gone for 3 weeks. No podcast. No podcast for 3 weeks. Mr. Lettuce is basically moving and getting married and all that stuff, and he needs 3 weeks to get that all figured out for him. And I told him that it would not be a problem in the slightest. Hey, Surfy, you came to say hi to everybody, or I should say goodbye to everybody? Yeah, you gonna say goodbye to everybody? Come here. Oh, here he is. Here's the popper. Here's the popper. But yeah, so basically, we're gonna be on a 3-week hiatus, guys. That's what's going on. So, popper boy. Popper boy. Where's your good boy? Yeah, you're starting to get more brave, huh? Oh, okay. He's like, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. All right. So, 3-week hiatus. No Imaginary Boys podcast for 3 weeks. That's the main, major, big announcement. Okay, guys? So, I'm going to call it here. DLG, yeah, you're just in time for the end, buddy. I'm sorry. You got to see the popper, though. Got to see the popper! But I'm going to go ahead and head off for the night. Thank you guys all so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And, yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. Check in the description below for all the wonderful links. And, check for merch. If you buy merch, I'll be really happy. Join me on Twitter, guys. Follow me on Twitter. I got my Twitter information down below. Follow me on Twitter. It's a good time, all the time. And wonderful shout out to the amazing Patreon members. You know who you are. I recently had a new addition. Mr. Ashed joined the Patreon members. So thank you so much for doing that. He used to be a Patreon member before, and then he basically informed me that he couldn't do it for a while. And I was like, that's okay, buddy. You do whatever it is you got to do. It's not a problem. Not upset. And then the amazing, kind person that he is, he decided to come back, even though I was totally okay with whatever it was that he needed to do for however long he needed to do it for. But he came back, and I greatly appreciate that. So thank you, Ashed, for once again returning to the Patreon. But all the Patreon members, you're all amazing, and I really care about you guys, and thank you guys for supporting me all the time. So I'm going to head off. Follow your dreams, be good to each other, and be good to yourselves, and I will see you all later. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Goodbye.